Before the syndication deals. Before the sharp stare that froze excuses mid-sentence. Before the phrase, "Don't pee on my leg and tell me it's raining," became daytime legend. There was a Brooklyn girl who believed one thing with absolute certainty. If you know the facts, you control the room. This is the expanded, in-depth story of Judy Sheindlin, attorney, family court judge, television powerhouse, business strategist, author, and one of the most influential women in modern media. Early life. A mind built for argument. Judith Susan Bloom was born on October 21, 1942, in Brooklyn, New York. She grew up in a Jewish household where debate wasn't conflict, it was conversation. Her father, Murray Bloom, was a dentist known for his intelligence and strong opinions. He encouraged critical thinking and often challenged her reasoning. Judy later said that he shaped her ability to analyze people quickly. Her mother, Ethel Bloom, was practical and emotionally steady, the quiet anchor of the household. She had one sister, Janet. Growing up in post-war Brooklyn, Judy learned early how to speak clearly, defend her ideas, and stand her ground. In school, she was outspoken, sometimes too outspoken. But she was also disciplined, focused, and academically strong. She didn't want to blend in. She wanted impact. Education. Breaking barriers in the 1960s. She earned a degree in government from American University in Washington, D.C., before attending New York Law School, graduating in 1965. At the time, women represented a small minority in law schools. Many firms openly discouraged hiring female attorneys. When she entered the workforce, she faced subtle discrimination, skepticism about her seriousness and commitment. She was also balancing motherhood at a time when professional women were often expected to choose one path. But Judy refused to choose. She would build both. The family court years, where her style was forged. After a short stint in corporate law, she realized she preferred the courtroom. In 1972, she became a prosecutor in New York's family court system. The cases were emotionally intense and often heartbreaking. Domestic violence, child neglect, child abuse, juvenile offenders, custody disputes. These were not TV-friendly cases. These were raw, human stories. Here, she developed what would become her trademark style. Direct questioning, quick analysis of credibility, zero tolerance for manipulation, fierce protection of children's welfare. In 1982, New York City Mayor Ed Koch appointed her as a family court judge. She quickly earned a reputation as one of the toughest judges in New York. Her courtroom ran on efficiency. She demanded punctuality. She dismissed nonsense immediately. She valued clarity over emotion. By 1986, she was supervising judge of Manhattan's family court, overseeing other judges and setting standards. Media discovery. The judge who wouldn't bend. In 1993, a Los Angeles Times article titled, "Woman of the Year," highlighted her tough judicial style. Television producers saw something rare. Authority that felt authentic. She wasn't polished for TV. She wasn't rehearsed. She was real. And that's what made her magnetic. Judge Judy. The cultural explosion. In 1996, she launched Judge Judy. The format was arbitration-based small claims court, legally binding decisions without the slow pace of traditional trials. But the real star wasn't the cases. It was Judy. Her key ingredients. Fast-pacing cases often resolved in under 15 minutes. Sharp humor. Memorable one-liners. No emotional theatrics. Clear moral accountability. The show ran for 25 seasons, over 6,000 episodes. At its peak, it drew around 10 million daily viewers in the United States alone. Financially, it was groundbreaking. She earned roughly $47 million annually at her peak. She retained ownership of her show's back catalog. In 2017, CBS reportedly purchased her episode library for a deal worth hundreds of millions. This wasn't just television success. This was strategic empire building. Author and public voice. Judy Sheindlin is also a best-selling author. Her books include Don't Pee on My Leg and Tell Me It's Raining, Beauty Fades, Dumb as Forever, Keep It Simple, Stupid, These books expand on her philosophy: personal responsibility, accountability, strong parenting, clear boundaries, common sense decision-making. Her writing voice mirrors her courtroom persona: direct, witty, unapologetic. Reinvention in the streaming era. When Judge Judy ended in 2021, many assumed retirement. Instead, she launched Judy Justice. Streaming on Amazon Freevee, the show featured a new courtroom design, a younger supporting cast, a law clerk assisting on camera, a modernized format. She proved that authority adapts. Legends don't fade, they pivot. Marriage, family and personal life. First marriage. In 1964, she married Ronald Levy. They had 2 children, Jamie Hartwright, Adam Levy, who became a district attorney. They divorced in 1976. Second marriage. In 1977, she married Judy Sheindlin, also a judge and later a TV personality. They divorced briefly in 1990 during a difficult personal period but remarried in 1991. Together, they have 5 children in their blended family and numerous grandchildren. Despite her tough persona, she has often described herself as deeply family-oriented. She once said, "Work is work. Family is everything." Awards and recognition. Over her career, she has received multiple Daytime Emmy Awards, a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, lifetime achievement recognitions in broadcasting, recognition as one of Forbes' highest-paid women in entertainment multiple times. She also holds the Guinness World Record for longest-serving TV judge. Net worth and business strategy. Judy Sheindlin's estimated net worth has reached into the hundreds of millions, approaching billionaire territory at certain valuations. Her wealth came not just from salary, but from ownership stakes, syndication rights, production control, intellectual property retention. She understood leverage. She didn't just show up to work. She negotiated from power, cultural impact and legacy. Judy Sheindlin changed how women in authority are portrayed on television, the economics of syndicated daytime TV, public perception of small claims justice, the standard for courtroom reality shows. She proved that intelligence can be entertaining, authority can be female, confidence doesn't require apology. Her courtroom wasn't about shouting. It was about logic. Her brand wasn't built on softness. It was built on certainty. From Brooklyn to the bench. From family court to global syndication. From prosecutor to powerhouse. Judy Sheindlin didn't chase fame. She commanded it. In every episode, every ruling, every raised eyebrow, she reminded millions that truth is simple, responsibility is personal, and excuses expire quickly. She didn't just preside over cases. She presided over an era. And when the gavel falls, there is no appeal.